Hey guys, today I want to introduce you to my homemade protein bars. You may have seen my past recipe, which was chocolate peanut butter, but today I have two new recipes that I think you're really going to enjoy. They involve a vanilla protein, and the flavors are blueberry walnut and banana walnut. So come on over here, I'm going to show you the ingredients. There's a ton of ingredients, so I'll walk you through it slowly. But the first thing you need to do is get a big mixing bowl like this, okay? And we're going to put all the ingredients right in it. And you're going to start with 4 eggs. Then we're going to use 1 can of coconut milk. This is probably the best coconut milk I've found. You want the organic, the stuff that is regular, not light. Okay, light has been watered down and is too thin. This is thicker and this is better. It doesn't have to be this brand, but just make sure it comes in a can and not a larger like milk jug. Then from there we're going to use almond meal and coconut flour. Again, you can get these at a health food store, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, somewhere like that. And we're going to use about 3/4 a cup of both of those. And those are going to be kind of like the main flour consistency for the bars. Again, optional, you could add some shredded coconut if you want. You could add a 1/2 cup or a cup of that. You can also add a variety of nuts and seeds, sunflower seeds. Walnuts are my favorite. So for this recipe, I use 1 cup of chopped walnuts that looks just like this. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to add the protein. And again, I use a vanilla protein for this kind. This is the best protein that I've been able to find. It's vanilla, and it has very few, it has no chemicals actually, and it's a very pure whey protein that uses stevia as a sweetener. And there's a link to this on my website if you want to purchase it. Again, I've done a lot of research on proteins, and it's the best one I've found as far as taste and as far as not using any chemicals or preservatives. Depending on the batch and how much protein you need, anywhere from 150 to 180 grams of protein. I generally am on the upper side, so closer to 180 grams of protein. Throw it right in the bowl. So from there, what we're going to do is you're going to need 1 cup of natural peanut butter. Again, creamy natural peanut butter is your best option. Then, depending on how strict your diet is, if you're strict paleo, you can possibly find an alternative to this. But I found it's important to use oats, and you can use anywhere from 1 to 2 cups. If you want to substitute something else, you could put more almond meal, more almond flour. You could use a gluten-free grain, but you need a little something for the consistency and to keep them together. The next ingredient is stevia, and we use 4 tablespoons of stevia for the batter. The best brand that I found is New Naturals. I think it tastes the best out of the stevias that I've tried. We're also going to use 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and another ingredient that's optional is raw honey. You can use more stevia if you don't want to use honey, but if you do use the honey, I would suggest about 3 or 4 tablespoons of raw honey. And again, this is making about 40 bars, and so that's not much sugar per bar. The final thing you're going to need to do is add water and add your choice of fruit. So for this recipe, we usually add about 1 cup of water just to help the consistency of it. And then the final thing is either you would add 2 bananas if you want to make banana nut, and slice them up in small pieces, or you would add 6 to 10 ounces of blueberries and stir it up. So all you do is you put everything in a bowl, mix it up, and it looks just like that. The next stage will be cooking, and we'll take you through that shortly. Alright, so after you've completed the batter, the next step is to take the batter and put it in muffin tins. And I just started using muffin tins because I like the shape of the bars, and they actually cook a little faster, and you don't waste as much as you have to cut them out of a pan. So when you get your muffin tins, obviously get non-stick ones, and add a slight bit of coconut oil to the tins, or you can use a non-stick agent like a non-stick olive oil. But try to stay away from canola oil and different sorts of non-stick spray that have chemicals in them that we don't want you to have. So after the batter's done, again, you just enter it spoonfuls, fill up the tins, and I found that they cook a little bit quicker in these. So the original recipe called for 15 to 18 minutes at 380 degrees. but these actually, just keep an eye on them. Maybe look at them at 12 minutes and see how they're doing. This batter is slightly more runny than the traditional batter and the recipe that I will post. This has less oatmeal in it, and it has no nuts and no coconut. They're being made for a client that has some health issues and cannot have those things. So here is the next phase of cooking, and we will be back with you shortly. All right, so after you've cooked the protein bars for anywhere from about 10 to 15 minutes, again, you want to watch out if you're using the tins. It just depends on your oven, but I found it's usually 10 to 12 minutes is about the right time, but you'll see them rise. So again, come in here and look. This batch is ready to go, so I'm going to pull them out of the oven right here, set them down. So you'll see that they've risen slightly. They're soft in the middle, and I have two different types of containers. I like to use the smaller muffin tins, and these are the finished product of the smaller ones. And here's the larger ones. Again, it makes anywhere from 40 to 50 bars or muffins per batter. So there you have it. There is the two new flavors of protein bars. I think you'll really enjoy them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me on Facebook, YouTube channel, or feel free to email me.